Hey, and welcome to Victory Point Gaming. Just doing a short video today to look at the new action cards from Marine Worlds. Having played a few games, we have tried most of these at this point, and so do the first opinions of them stand up? Have they changed? Gunnar is here, hello.
Hello.
The sponsor card, which gives you more money, I found that to be very strong. It's all upside, really. Nothing bad about it.
Agreed, yeah, definitely. That one seems to break all round, whether you play like an expert in Predators, for example, or even covering like a bonus with like an enclosure. So you cover like the 5 money bonus with aquarium, and then you get 8 money. Breaking for 5, getting 15.
I didn't even think about the placement bonus on the map. Every time we talk about it, we find something new that it does. It's so good. This one, I was just chuckling about because when I first looked at this one, I was like, I don't know about covering water. I'm indifferent. But I keep on screwing up my maps so much that I'm starting to think, you know, this might be good.
The flip side is quite good as well, because instead of paying to cover them, you can cover them and then you get money back.
Are you really wanting to cover water and rock spaces?
I mean, I guess it depends really, but like you might as well just to get the bonus if you're not going to do anything, or you know, it can help you overcome, say if there's like a rock in the way, stopping you get to a bonus or some water or something, that you can kind of reach it. So just the flexibility on the whole, I think this one is quite powerful, like you said.
I think for this you have to think a lot. It doesn't have the thing of the diversity researcher. If you cover rock and water spaces, you are going to run out of rock and water spaces, and then it has downside. But if you just want that Silver Lake power where you're just getting money for building, kind of nice. But you can only cover 1 per build. All right.
You can.
Build X+1. I've not had the chance to play with this one. What do you think?
I've played with that once, and it's good. But when I played, I kind of forgot about the actual. You may build more than 1 of the same standard enclosure. So that was the one where you can like spam 6 size 1s if you wanted to, for example.
I know. I want to try that thing. I think this might be the nuts, you know, if you are playing Small Animal Zoo and you'd be like, I'll have 3 size 2s, please. It's so good. Yeah. I really like this one in our game, the clever one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really nice, just having the option to put down association early, like on the first round.
I think this really shines at the end of the game. If you built up the zoo, you don't want to build, you don't want to cards really, you probably don't want it to sponsors. So there's loads of cards, you just want to move out the way. And if you can cards and get rid of the cards card and another card at the same time, I like that a lot. This one I was disappointed with, the Hunter one, because it's really hard to actually trigger. I was super disappointed. Yeah,
I think I've seen it in 2 or 3 games now. I count on one hand how many times someone's got the bonus for it.
It's kind of hard. I haven't played with this one, have you?
I've not, no.
Reserve judgment on that. I guess you could use that for a full-throated creature, couldn't you?
Exactly, yeah. The fur seal, I think it is.
New Zealand fur seal, that's very good. Do you get to see these cards when you actually start the game, or?
I don't think you do. I think the mod plays it slightly incorrectly. I think you're supposed to draft the cards before you see anything.
So this one is actually better than I thought, the marking. It combos with drawing those cards and just getting money. That's really nice. It's just generally good, I think.
Agreed.
It wouldn't be my first choice, but it's solid.
I haven't actually seen anyone do this one yet, because this seems quite hard without having like additional ways to mark. You have to mark at the end.
I mean, it could potentially be very good. If you're upgrading animals as when you're on rep 5, maybe it's going to blow my mind when I play with it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
The digging thing is fine. I think as a whole I underrate digging, but it does combo with the marking cards.
I think this one's really good. I've had some really good experiences with it, especially like Dig 2. You can deny quite a lot incidentally, instead of having to go out of your way to like draw it even, or snap it, for example.
Digging, you refresh
in between, yeah.
And because you refresh in between, it's actually really strong. Especially if you're at the top of rep range. It's crazy. You can dig and then you can see 6 cards in one action potentially. This is, I think, S tier personally. Maybe I overvalue it. I think I've thrown this card away every time it was in my starting 3. Both sides of it make you discard a card. Yeah, monkey unit. This build here, you don't have to necessarily upgrade it early. That's the nice thing about it. You can prioritize other things. So this is fine. Like, it's okay. You know, you pay 4 money to get 2 tickets every time. I didn't mind it. It's not exactly what I call exciting, but it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, exactly. It seems like one of those kind of ones it does a good job.
And this one I quite liked, actually.
Yeah, I think this one's really good.
Remember that I had ASO at 5 and I had sponsors at 4, and I really wanted the sponsors. And it's actually fine in round 1, action 1, to send that away. Obviously, you need to be careful. I knew that I was going to play a sponsor. I had like multiple sponsors I want to play. So I sent this card away and immediately was able to take my sponsors, and I was like, this is great. And by the time you finish that action, this thing's on 2 already.
Yeah, that's really good.
So it's actually really good. I like this card a lot. I think it's really good.
Yeah, agreed.
You had that one in this game. What did you think?
I really like it, especially like because I started with Association on 5, so I basically get an X straight away. Really quite powerful, to be honest. I built up quite a nice X collection basically early in the game. That's really powerful. And then the donation thing, I don't know if you noticed, but basically I paid 7 to donate 3 times.
Pretty good down. When I first looked at this card, I was thinking to myself that when you upgrade ASO, usually you want to ASO at like 8 or 9. And so are you necessarily going to have X tokens by the time you do this? In your case, you were able to, weren't you?
Yeah.
I played with that one time, I think, and yeah, just 3 X tokens, perfectly nice. This one I haven't played with. I don't think I've prioritized taking it, to be honest. I don't know why I'd want to do this. So what do you think of this one? Has anyone played with this one?
I've not played with it personally, but I have played against someone with it. Yeah, they kind of doubled up on some of the zoos. If you can see the base conservation projects, which I don't know if you can. If there's like 1 or 2 continents down there, I would definitely consider probably taking this. You don't deny them because you take them to the supplier, so they're still there for the other person. But you can like double up and kind of...
And I just thought of something. Not only can you not deny, but you can't be denied. If somebody takes the partner zoo that you wanted, you take it the same one from the supply.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That is great, actually. I like that. It's only really great initially if you desperately want to make sure you get a partner zoo. And like you said before, I'm not convinced you're supposed to see these cards before you see everything else.
Indeed, yeah. So like last game, for example, you could have taken that Europe, even though I took the Europe.
Exactly. But the thing is, right, if you're taking Europe first and we're both going for Europe too, you're a tempo ahead in any case.
True, yeah. I think there's 4 of each in total in the box, so it's kind of interesting to see maybe if you can actually deny it, but not till later in the game.
Discarding sponsor or discarding a card on both sides.
The flip side is definitely interesting. I do want to try it out because you basically break and then get to play the sponsor anyway, but you do have to discard the card as well as playing the sponsor, so that is kind of awkward.
So if you have lots of cards in hand, it's fine. It's good in that sense, because sometimes you want to break tactically, but you also want to play a sponsor, so it's good, but it's very... I think that's a bit niche.
Absolutely.
You can probably live without. And on the other side, a lot of the time you don't get this because you don't fulfill the requirements, you don't have a sponsor card in hand. This is, I think, excellent. This is one of my favorites. Not having to discard. It's so simple, but it's so good.
Yeah, I agree, especially on that last map that we played, basically getting
on
free
Commercial
money
Harbour.
Yeah.
I think I probably got 3 money, 25 out of 30 10 in that game.
Definitely. Yeah.
So what's that? 75 money over the course of the game? It's nuts. This one, early snaps, meh.
Agreed.
This one I thought was very versatile, but explicitly saying here that they value that these things as roughly the same. It's a trade, so you're not gaining anything apart from flexibility, and I don't know if this is good enough. And then this, I'm very underwhelmed about the backside of this one. Have I actually played with this one? I don't think I have, actually, because I've always had better options.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. If you have like 3 or 4 X's, for example, and you don't feel like you're going to use them, or extra money if you're not going to, because you've upgraded sponsors, so you're probably not going to be donating, so you might have some extra money, stuff like that. You can see it.
Monkey Unit has a question. You can do that pitch to draw from display before playing one.
Yeah, so you could discard one and then play the one that's you drew from the display.
So Monkey Unit's saying this is basically tutoring things from the display if you have a sponsor in hand. A lot of the time I didn't have the sponsor in hand, it was really frustrating. But very nice situationally. Lance's favourite, we'll do that one last. Alright, building additional paths. Yeah, perfectly fine. Like, it's pretty nice.
This one, even though it's not kiosk, I think it is actually better on ice cream parlor. You really boost your income nicely.
It could be good for something like Park Restaurant, where you're just going, I'm just going to build all the way around this stupid thing. That's kind of nice. And then, oh, look, it's Lance's favourite. Instead of supporting a conservation project, you instead get a work. I haven't played with this. If I did, it was under duress. I need to see this be very impressive before I'm going to start picking this card, because it's just...
I can feel a new challenge
option one. Oh no, no challenge games. Oh my god, I'm going to put that as a channel redeem. 15,000 points. I played with that stupid ASO card. You know which one I mean.
You have to do it as well if you can in the first round.
When I play with this card, I'll give my opinions on it, but that could be years. Alright, so if you watched that little review, thanks for watching. I'll see you for the next one.